Joshua's lying face doesn't even try to hide it. He's sitting there, smirking as Elise flips through a stack of overdue bills he somehow forgot to mention. And Elise, bless her heart, is trying not to cry, telling herself, "This is temporary, I can fix this." But here's the thing, this isn't just a missed payment or a bad month, this is a pattern. TLC edited it to a cute argument about budgeting, but the truth? Joshua has been financially unstable for years, and Elise, in all her optimism, keeps giving him a pass. Reddit users have already pieced together receipts and social media posts showing he's bounced from multiple jobs, each one ending in a messy exit. And the kicker? He lied about where he lives. Not just a "oh, I moved back home temporarily" fib, he misled Elise about the entire setup of his living situation. Fans on Twitter are exploding over this. How does someone get a K-1 visa to a guy who doesn't even have a stable home? One user asked. Another chimed in.
Now, you might be thinking, okay, but isn't this just normal 90-day drama? And I get it, but there's more lurking behind the scenes that TLC didn't show. Elise's friends privately told producers that she had a gut feeling something wasn't right months before the cameras rolled. Yet, every time red flags popped up, over money, over Joshua's vague stories about his job, over his shady social circle, she shrugged them off. She's impulsive, emotionally driven, and yes, sometimes blinded by love. But here's where it gets really messy. Elise isn't just forgiving small lies. She's actively ignoring consistent, alarming patterns that most fans would call relationship suicide. Let me pull you in closer, because this next part is where the 90-day dream quietly fell apart. There's a clip, cut from the aired episode, where Elise confronts Joshua about a mysterious $500 charge on her credit card. His response, a flippant, "Oh, that. I thought it was my card." That alone would have ended it for most people. But Elise takes him back, over and over, because she believes in him. And viewers online are split. On Reddit, one fan said, "I get it, she wants to see the good, but she's basically signing up for heartbreak." Another countered, "Honestly, who wouldn't forgive him if you're in love?" That divide perfectly captures Elise's story. You want to cheer her on, but your brain is screaming, "Run now, girl." And if you think this is just a financial issue, let me pivot to the other couple because their drama intertwines in a fascinating way. Trisha and Rick are supposed to be the stable side of this narrative, right? Wrong. Rick's been unfaithful, but, get this, Elise's storyline keeps getting compared to his because of the forgiveness factor. Fans can't wrap their heads around it. Trisha finds out Rick cheated, yet he manages to slip back into her life like nothing happened. And not only does she forgive him, she defends him publicly. Twitter is blowing up with takes like, "Rick doesn't deserve a second chance," but Trisha can't help herself. The emotional vulnerability here is staggering. It's raw, it's messy, and it makes Elise's decisions with Joshua feel both brave and painfully naive. Here's where a curiosity gap hits. There's a leaked text conversation floating around from a former producer suggesting that Rick's cheating was more extensive than TLC aired. Elise and Joshua's mess with money feels almost innocent compared to that revelation. Fans who follow the Reddit threads are piecing together timelines, and the inconsistencies in TLC's editing are fueling heated debates online. People are dissecting every episode, every cutaway, and it's chaos, but it's the kind of chaos that keeps watch time skyrocketing. Speaking of which, let's pause for a second because I know you're hooked and I've got a small request. If you want the inside scoop on every red flag TLC tries to hide, hit that subscribe button and join our exclusive 90-day Truth Seeker community. You'll get the breakdowns, the receipts, and the gossip that doesn't make it to your screen. Trust me, the conversations in the comments here are worth it. Back to Elise and Joshua. Here's the pattern you can't ignore. Impulsive decisions, overlooking major warning signs, and constantly putting her emotions before cold logic. She buys into every promise Joshua makes, even when Reddit users and fans on Twitter are shouting, "He's lying, he's lying." She wants stability, but every action she takes pushes her further into uncertainty. And the most gut-wrenching moment? When she calls him out about a friend's Facebook post, and Joshua spins it like she's overreacting. "You don't trust me?" he asks, like it's a personal attack. Elise nods, voice breaking, because deep down she does trust him, but maybe too much. And that brings us to the next curiosity gap, Joshua's Instagram activity. Fans noticed he's been liking posts from people Elise has never met, and there's a trail of comments that hint at him maintaining connections he's sworn off. TLC edited the segment to make it look like harmless social interaction, but hardcore fans aren't buying it. Threads on Reddit are buzzing. "He's living a double life," one user said. "The man has no boundaries," another replied. This is exactly the kind of tension that hooks viewers, because it's relatable. Who hasn't been burned by someone they trusted? Meanwhile, Trisha is quietly battling her own heartbreak. Rick's concern isn't accountability, it's appearances. The man is constantly worried about what his family thinks, what his friends think, and how he looks on camera. He's charming in public, remorseful when he needs to be, but the authenticity is missing. And Elise, watching her own life spiral around lies and money drama, sees this as a parallel universe. Both couples illustrate the same toxic themes: mistrust, dishonesty, and emotional vulnerability, but the outcomes feel different. Rick gets forgiven, Joshua hovers on the edge of accountability. It's maddening, and it's exactly why fans can't stop talking. Let me drop another insider scoop. A leaked Reddit thread suggests that Joshua's professional instability isn't just about being between jobs, it's a cover for ongoing debt and a questionable history with loans. TLC never aired this, but fans have been combing through his LinkedIn and old posts. The picture that emerges: someone who's charming, maybe a little manipulative, and financially unreliable. Elise's optimism is admirable, but it's being tested in ways the cameras never captured. And here's the part that really hits hard: Elise isn't the only one ignoring red flags. Trisha's forgiveness of Rick mirrors Elise's pattern, but the stakes are higher for Elise because Joshua doesn't have the familial accountability or social pressure that Rick does. Fans on X are polarizing. Some are furious at Elise for putting up with so much, others are empathetic, saying, she's trying to love in a broken world. The discussion threads are alive, and they perfectly showcase how 90-day drama spills beyond the screen into real-world tension. Another 45-second mark, another curiosity gap. Insiders have hinted that Elise considered ending the relationship months ago, but something held her back. Maybe it was hope, maybe fear, maybe the idea that TLC cameras would make it seem worse if she left. Either way, the full story is far richer than what aired. And it's this hidden depth, the human moments of doubt, shame, and forgiveness, that make viewers keep watching. Now, let's zoom in on the emotional cost. Elise is exhausted. The K-1 visa process is brutal, long, invasive, and stressful. Add Joshua's financial dishonesty and social drama on top of that, and you've got a recipe for relentless anxiety. But she keeps moving forward, thinking love will win. This is where TLC's editing shines a false light. They make it look like a romantic struggle, when in reality, Elise is navigating systemic stress compounded by deception. Fans who have gone through visa drama themselves resonate with this deeply, and that's why the comments sections explode with support, criticism, and heated debate. Meanwhile, Rick's storyline intersects again in a subtle way. He's the cautionary tale of appearances over substance. Watching Elise's mess with Joshua, viewers notice the irony. She's in chaos with someone who seems harmless but unreliable, while Trisha forgives someone who's demonstrably unfaithful. Social media reactions capture this beautifully. Elise is pure, Rick is shady, one comment read. Another, both women are trapped in cycles of forgiveness they don't deserve. And it's true. These two couples are mirror images, showing that 90-Day Fiancé isn't just about visas and love, it's about human vulnerability, emotional risk, and the hard choices that never make it to your screen. By the way, the Instagram leaks don't stop. Photos show Joshua hanging out with people Elise doesn't know, in settings that seem luxurious, hardly consistent with someone struggling financially. Reddit threads have screenshots and geotags pointing out these inconsistencies, sparking fan investigations that would make any producer nervous. This is the type of raw content that keeps engagement high. People are invested, trying to decode truth from TLC's carefully edited narrative. And yet, despite everything, Elise keeps showing up. She confronts him, she cries, she forgives, she hopes. That's the human element TLC loves to exploit but also, secretly, celebrates. Watching her navigate emotional turbulence is both painful and mesmerizing. It's why viewers stay glued to their screens, comment sections are overflowing, and fan theories multiply by the hour. Another curiosity gap. A behind-the-scenes source hinted that Joshua's family privately warned him against Elise, but those conversations never made the show. Imagine that. Every private talk, edited to seem supportive, is actually loaded with judgment, concern, or quiet dismissal. And yet, on camera, he's the charming fiancé, the hopeful man in love. That dissonance is addictive for viewers. Finally, the polarizing end. Both couples are left at crossroads. Elise faces financial deception and impulsive decisions, while Trisha contends with infidelity and fragile trust. There's no neat resolution. The question hanging in the air is brutal and necessary: can Elise really forgive Joshua for everything she's uncovered? Can love survive repeated breaches of trust when the foundation is shaky? And for Trisha, does forgiveness truly heal, or is it just a temporary bandage over a wound that won't close? Think about it. If you were in Elise's shoes, would you walk away, or keep hoping for change? If you were Trisha, would forgiveness mean freedom, or the start of a new trap? These are the questions fans are leaving in the comments, and they're exactly why this story is more than just reality TV. It's a study in human vulnerability, trust, and the messy art of love under scrutiny. The drama isn't over. The secrets, the financial lies, the betrayals, the forgiveness, they're all still unfolding. And for the hardcore 90-day fans, that's exactly what keeps the flame alive. Every social media thread, every Reddit post, every whispered detail from insiders builds a tapestry of tension that TLC only scratches the surface of. So, before you scroll away, remember this: Elise's story isn't just about a man who is broke and dishonest. It's about hope, resilience, and the painful cost of love when trust is fractured. And Rick's story isn't just about infidelity, it's about the complex, often hidden, choices we make to maintain appearances, even when our hearts are breaking. The 90-day universe doesn't give easy answers, and neither should we. Which brings us back to you, watching this unfold. What would you do if you were Elise? If you were Trisha, could you forgive, or would you walk away? Drop your thoughts in the comments, because this isn't just TV, it's a conversation about love, trust, and the messy, human cost of believing in someone who might not be worthy. And while you're thinking about that, keep an eye on the Instagram and Reddit leaks. They're the real-time pulse of what TLC didn't air. Because in the 90-day world, the truth is always juicier than the edit.